Hello friends, how are you? I hope that you're all doing very well. Welcome to my channel. I have been gone for several months, but hopefully from now on I will post videos more frequently. In this video I'm going to do a reading about the month of November 2023 for the United States. I have the cards here because I just did the reading in Spanish, which, I mean, the video is already posted in my channel, hopefully, if it worked. And so I have the cards here, so I'm going to start interpreting the cards. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm going to explain how I do this normally. So I will explain what the positions mean so that you know how I get the meanings, and also I will explain briefly what the cards mean within the position in which they appear. Okay, so let's start with the first card. This card symbolizes, this position we're going to talk about the how other countries see the United States in this month, how they will see the United States in this month. Okay, and we have the Page of Swords. Pages are news that come to us, and swords are things that have to do with politics or with news. So from other countries, they see a lot of news coming from the United States that have to do with politics and different opinions in politics that are fighting against each other, and an environment, a political environment that is not very healthy, that is going a little bit to extremes. So they see in the previous readings that I've done, that's problematic. But this month, because this card is up in its upright position, even if there are still going to be news coming that are worrisome, in general it's going to be a positive month. Okay, so it's going to be kind of stable when it comes to politics and how they're going to be seen from abroad. The following card, in this position, we're going to talk about the money that regular people have. What is regular people? Like 99.999999999% of the population, okay? The 0.11111% is this one, okay? But this is regular people, that is most of the population. So we have the Five of Wands. And fives are not good cards in this tarot. This tarot is, by the way, this is the Radiant, which is a version of the Radiant Waite tarot. And in these Radiant Waite cards or decks, fives are not good cards. This one is reversed, so it's better. It's a little bit like the bad behavior or the bad meaning of this card is going to be lessened a little bit. But still it's negative. So what does it mean? This is very explicit. You have these guys that are fighting against each other, hitting each other with wands, with sticks. And so what does it mean when it comes to money problems? People are going to struggle. This is a struggle. People are going to struggle to keep their ability to buy stuff. Okay. This is not new. It's been happening for a while, because even if the job market is not bad, it's good, but salaries, even if they have increased a little, they haven't increased in the same way as prices of housing and just food, and mostly any other thing. Every other thing has increased a lot. And mostly housing. If most of your check is going to be for paying your house, then you have very little money to do anything else. Okay, so that's this month. People are going to struggle to survive. Okay, with their money. Following card has to do with news, and we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is good news. But what I believe is that there are a bunch of news channels, media, that are, like, every day there are less and less big media, because they are absorbing each other, and So the big media, they have an agenda, and they are going very positively. They're going to be speaking very positively about whatever group they defend, or whatever economic ideals they believe in or they defend, and they're going to be talking very positively and putting the positive spin on everything that they talk about related to whatever ideology they're trying to defend, whether it's political or economic or both. Okay, while they're going to be hiding at the same time negative things related to that same thing. Okay, so positive news that are hiding realities. Okay, the reality. The following card has to do with the housing market, houses that are sold or rented, and we have the Two of Wands, but it's reversed. The Two of Wands reversed is going back to the number one. It's starting from the very beginning again, so there is a loss here. This market is not going very well. We know that housing has been increasing too much. The house that I was renting, I live in the south of the United States. The house that I was renting, that I've been renting for more than 10 years, and I could have purchased already, but I didn't. I was renting. Suddenly, normally it cost almost without any change around how much did it cost? Like $167,000, something like that. I live in the south, and I don't live in a big city. And suddenly, I checked this year in Zillow, and the price went up to $270,000, like more than $100,000. So I don't know what's going on. It's not as if my neighborhood suddenly became very wealthy and there was a lot of immigration. No. Something that happened, I don't know if it was like a year ago or something like that, a year and a half ago. A friend of mine who lives in a different neighborhood told me that a big company had purchased where she lives 600 houses. That is purchasing a big chunk of the neighborhood, a huge company. So that's what's happening. Like, huge companies are purchasing houses, and then they are increasing artificially. They're increasing the prices. Okay. And that's what we have here. Something's gotta give. Like, people cannot afford anymore this situation. Okay. So this is not going to be a good month for the housing market. The next card has to do with education. If you hear some noises, it's because it's very windy. I can't control wind, and you will hear the wind. Okay. I don't know why it sounds like that where I am, but it does. It's very windy today. This card has to do with education, and it's the world card. It's a good card, but it's reversed. It means that it could be better. It also symbolizes Saturn. Saturn is talking about limits and barriers, and it's constraining also stuff. See that this woman is surrounded by this thing. Okay, it's like a barrier around her. Okay, like a wall. So what does that mean for the education system, the public education system in the United States? I think that there are going to be efforts to fortify it so that it cannot be destroyed, to try to build something around some type of policies around the education system so that it cannot be destroyed. Okay. Because this card is reversed, there is going to be a lot of opposition, and maybe we will see the results of this more in the future. But this month of November, there are going to be efforts to solidify and to protect the education system, the public education system that we have. Okay, so it's a good card. Well, it could be better if it was reversed. The following card has to do with the labor market, and it's a very good card. It's the Sun. So there are opportunities even for people to work in things that they haven't even studied, or something that they have never done, because there are possibilities. There are new jobs coming. Now, even if they pay more money, which they will, and you can improve your job, but still you're going to struggle because everything has increased so much in prices, particularly particularly housing, to the point in which even if you have a small 2%, 5% increase in your salary, it's not going to make a difference. I mean, it will help, but it's still going to leave you in a worse situation than someone in the 90s was, okay? So good for the labor market, but still we see people struggling with their money. The next card has to do with agreements and relationships with other countries, and this is how other countries see the United States from abroad. These are actual relationships. This is the Five of Cups. I've been having negative cards in this position since Trump started. There's disappointment about the United States, but also for this particular month, there is the feeling from the United States that no matter what it does, it's going to have bad consequences, because this is cups, this is feelings. You know what's happening with Israel and Hamas and Palestine, and that whether you help one group or the other, you're going to be in trouble with some voters or with some ideologies, and no matter what you do, it's going to have bad consequences. So that's what the government, I think, is facing right now during this month, a situation in which they believe that no matter what they do, it's going to have bad consequences, and these are emotional consequences. Also, I think that they may be torn in between options, feeling like what can we do? It's like no matter what we do, it's going to be bad. It's going to have bad consequences. If we don't do anything, bad consequences. They will be saying like, why don't you help? If you help one of the groups, there will be the other groups are going to be complaining. If you help the other group, the first one is going to be complaining. So it's like a no-win situation. Okay, that's this coming month. The next one is the stock exchange. Good. They are celebrating. This is the Four of Wands. See, these two are getting married. There's a celebration. And there may be a chance for big companies to join or merge or absorb other companies. There may be purchases and they may be celebrated, or alliances in between big companies. But in general, it's going to be a good moment for the stock exchange this month. Okay, very good card. Could be better because it's not a major arcana, but it still is a very good card. Out of all the minor arcanas, this is a very good card to get here. The following card has to do with immigration, and it's a card of stability, so not a lot of changes, but there is like a type of a prism behind this guy, these bars, like if it was like a cell from a prison cell, and you can see that probably there are going to be new barriers created for immigration to come into the United States, okay? Because of this. So barriers to make immigration to the United States more complicated, more difficult. There is a small gap here, so it's not closed completely, but it's made harder. But also because this is a card of stability, I think that while they may be keeping immigrants away from the United States, future immigrants, the ones that are in the United States, they may be working to make their situation more stable and better. Okay, so maybe to make their documentation legal, to legalize their paperwork or accelerate their paperwork or something like that. Okay, so it's going to be probably positive for people who are inside already, but not so much for people who want to come to the United States. The following card has to do with the government. Is the Three of coins, of pentacles. This guy is working, and these people are acknowledging his work, and they realize that he's doing a very good job. Okay, this guy. So that's what this card means. The government is working little by little, but without stop, to improve, in particular, the economic situation, because this is coins, this is pentacles, so it's material things. So the government has been working to improve the economy, and it's being acknowledged and recognized by other people, the efforts that the government is making. The following card has to do, this is what the card says, I'm not making anything up, is the regular interpretation of this card. The following card has to do with social services, and we have the Magician reversed. The Magician is a very good card because this Magician has all the 4 elements in under his command. He has cups. He can control the emotions. He has the coins. He can control the material world. The swords, he can control the mind and politics. The wands, he can control the starting new things. He can start new things as needed. But he's reversed. So all these materials that he has, all these elements fall off the table, and he cannot control them so well anymore. So what's happening here with the social services? Not much. Everything is like not much can be done. In the United States, whenever someone talks about doing anything that is social, it's like, oh, that's communism, that's socialism. Then why do you pay taxes? What are taxes for? Is it just so that they can give some subsidy to huge companies the next time they fail, like billions of dollars? Is that what your taxes are for? Or are you paying taxes for, I don't know, because you don't have any other thing to do with your money? Okay. So if I'm paying taxes, I want something to be done with the money that is good for most people, not for the 0.111% of the population, the hugely rich, but for regular people, okay? But that's not what happens. This month, nothing is going to change because of this extreme opposition and almost the complete inability to do anything and to handle the situation in this country, okay? Following card has to do with bad things that have to do with weather, natural disasters, and we have the Star reversed. The Star is a major arcana, so something major can happen. Fortunately, it's reversed, so that's going to be lessened. Any problematic thing coming from here is going to be a little bit lessened because of that, because it's reversed. What is this card? This card symbolizes Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign, but it's related to water also. So something may happen with storms, with winds, strong winds. Maybe they will break something, or they would something containing water, or they may bring storms that suddenly make huge downpours of water falling on the same place and causing destruction, and waters that cannot be contained from rivers or dams, or maybe from like the ocean pouring water on the coast. Okay. There's an additional complication, and is that there may be, because these stars look to me like almost the stars that are formed by ice, and even if it's not winter in November, winter starts in December, but there may be some cold front or storm that comes to the United States, to some places, and there is ice causing complications and problems. And because these are major arcana, probably there's not going to be just one event of problems related to weather, but many different events, like maybe something related to storms, something related to water, and something related to cold weather. Not in one event, but many different events, okay? Different events. Unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong and that nothing happens, and this is a very quiet month and nothing happens weather-like, but that's not what this card is saying, okay? Strong winds may come, bring storms, cause water flooding, and also, additionally from that, winter storms, even if it's not winter, cold storms like ice, okay, and snow. Mostly ice, okay? Things that get frozen. Following card has to do with COVID, even if COVID is almost gone or forgotten, but since it's still there, I'm going to get a card for it. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords is a card of lies. Is reversed, so it means that those lies and these people trying to steal are going to be discovered. But still, so what I feel is that with swords that have to do with vaccines, for example, because they have a needle, and swords are associated with surgery and things like that. So there may be a vaccination campaign going on, and there may be federal money that is given to states, and some states, instead of using it for for that. They're going to be using it for, I don't know, to pay money for the lover of the governor, or to create prisons that then they are going to be privatized because they will sell them and they will get money from some rich guy who is going to be administering the prison. Something like that, something dirty having to do with COVID. Okay, there may be also a small outbreak in some place which will try to be covered, like there will be some cover up related to that, but it will be discovered eventually that happened. So dirty things having to do with COVID. Is it going to be a bad thing, like a bad outbreak? I don't think so. I think that mostly it's under control, at least those who want to control it, because some people are just like, okay, I pray and God is going to help me and then I'm immune to everything. But if you want to defend yourself, there are means to do it nowadays. There is technology to do it. So it's mostly controlled, but there's going to be some outbreak, okay? And mostly corruption associated with the handling of monies and resources related to the COVID vaccination programs, okay? Then this card is kind of a summary of everything of the month. Is the Ace of Wands reversed. The Ace is beginnings, it's new things. Wands in particular is the start of new things. It's the first element, the one that the explosion from the Big Bang. That's what this element means. It's the creation of something, the starting of new things. It's reversed, so it's like everything is mostly the same. There is really nothing new that I've said here, and we have people not being able, having problems with their money because of salaries are not increasing as much as everything else is increasing, and as other prices are increasing. We have problems. We have good job creation. There are new jobs, so that's good. There's good employment. The stock exchanges, the economy of the big companies is going well because, of course, like money has to go somewhere, and if it doesn't go to regular people, it goes to the rich. So nothing new here, and that's what this card is saying. Like the same things that we've seen are kind of going to continue this month. Okay. Even in this card, which has to do with natural disasters, they're getting more and more frequent just because the climate is changing and this is getting more frequent. So again, nothing new here. In the cut we have, which is also a summary, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, wow, it's windy today. We have the Seven of Pentacles, that is people that are working to earn their money. And then the Page of Wands, news related to things that have to do with jobs. Which we've seen, like good news. Jobs coming, people are working, they can get more money. Can they do a lot with that money? Not really, but they're getting more money and there are more jobs, but not a lot to do with that money because things are very expensive, okay? So this is the reading. I think that is pretty positive. Compared to the other readings that I've done for other countries, the United States is pretty good. I have very good cards here. And compared to other countries, the United States is not doing so bad. So this is what it is, and I may be wrong, I don't know, but that's the reading. If you like it when I do the readings, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. If you like my channel or the videos that I do and you want to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel if you want. If you want to leave comments, leave them behind, not behind, below. Behind. Below. Leave them below, and if you have suggestions for new videos, also write them down and I will try to make them as soon as possible. I owe you a lot. People have been requesting things and I have to do those videos. Hopefully I will be doing them from now on faster. Okay, so I hope that you're all doing very well, and I hope that I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching my videos, and see you next time. Bye bye.